Three, two. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the other side of the firewall, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and joining me, as always, is Shannon Tynes
What's up? What's up?
and Levon Maynard.
Welcome to the show.
And that intro was flawless. It only took 4 episodes to get there.
That's
But
right.
if you're tuning in throughout the week, we had multiple stories that didn't necessarily tie in with each other. But we talked about VMware and their huge vulnerability that was just patched. It was 9.4 on the Richter scale. No, what's the scale? The common vulnerability.
CVSS.
Yeah, CVSS, which was developed by Verizon, right?
Was it? I'm not.
Yeah,
sure.
I think that framework was developed by Verizon. I remember writing a paper or something about it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. But there's your trivia for the day. Watch, I'm wrong. So, but
I was thinking MITRE, but I might be wrong on that. But I could be wrong on that.
I don't think it's MITRE. I think MITRE does have something similar, but I think CVSS came from Verizon. But I bet you a burger. And then we talked about the Department of Energy and how they're asking for an increase in their funding for cybersecurity needs, wants, hiring people and things of that nature. Then we had a discussion about if crime paid and how a organization called Fin7's pen tester of the hacking squad received a $2.5 million fine as well as 7 years plus in federal prison. So doesn't pay. But again, we talk about happiness. Money buys happiness. How happy was he before he got snatched out of Spain and stuck in a hole in federal prison?
Right.
He might have been pretty happy. I don't know if it compensates though. 7 years is a long time. And now today, like we do every week, and we don't talk about cybersecurity per se. We talk about what we've been doing all week, what we've been playing, watching, studying for potentially. I did not study, just to put it out there, and just pretty much how our week went. So without further ado, I ask you, how was your week?
Oh, mine was pretty good. I've been kind of chilled out. I've been playing some of my same games I played. I told you guys a couple weeks, last couple weeks, and playing some of Destiny, playing some of Yakuza. That's been kind of the same. I actually upgraded. They had like a new version of Final Fantasy VII remake for like the PS5 that came out. It had some
Integrate, right?
Yeah, integrate. But along with that, because it has that side story with Yuffie, but it also has like the upgraded graphics and the visuals and stuff like that. I guess the performance. Now you can select between the performance versus graphics, see which whatever setting you want. So I thought that's pretty cool. I kind of like played with that a little bit to see the difference, but didn't really get a chance to sit down and kind of enjoy the game. But with my viewing, I got a chance to watch. I kind of trying to catch up on Black Summer, because the new season came out.
Oh yeah,
so,
season 2.
Yeah, so I had to watch the first season again, just kind of refresh my memory on what happened. And I had forgotten. I mentioned to you guys too, but I had forgotten how much everybody sucks in that show as far as like shooting and fighting these zombies that are coming after them. It's pretty much like they're emptying a whole clip on a zombie, like like they cannot hit a head for for the life of them. They just start shooting wildly, like shooting up in the air, shooting at the ceiling. But you think you'd wait till the zombie gets like kind of close to you, just so you can like pop one real quick and then move on to the next zombie. As opposed to like
adrenaline is flowing, man. Things are screaming and running.
But then like I don't know. Then they start fighting them, and then they're like they have knives and stuff with them, but they're like, no, I'm going to stab you in the stomach with this knife, as opposed to like stab him in the head. So, everybody knows the head is the weak part of the zombie. But why are you trying to stab him in the arm and in the shoulder and stuff? But
do zombies exist in that universe though? Because that's how they get away from it. Like in Walking Dead, there were no zombies, right? They didn't know.
Right, so they don't really. Yeah, nobody knew like, oh, how do you kill these guys? but it seems like they kind of figured out over the course of time. But yeah, so I watched some of that. I got like a few more episodes where I finished the second season here. But enjoy that. Then I watched a little bit of it's called I think it's called just Wish Dragon, which is like a Pixar movie. I think it's kind of Pixar-ish. I don't even know if that's the same company that did. I think it's like actually I think it was Tencent and some other Sony pictures. I think that's the producers, but it's pretty much like one of those kind of Pixar type movies. It's kind of a kid movie, but it's kind of a play to like Aladdin. But they did a good job on it. They kind of took it to a different angle, and it's all about China and a lot of the cultural references. And I think I mentioned to you guys that my wife, she learned Mandarin, so she was able to pick up some of the it's all in English, but she picked up some of like the characters that were on the walls and things like that, and
Okay.
some of the cultural references throughout the picture. But it's pretty cool. Just kind of like almost like a genie in a lamp type thing, but it's a dragon in a teapot, and it's kind of a cool story. I thought it was actually really well made. But yeah, besides that, I've just been chilling out. I think I'm trying to think of some other shows I watch. But how about you guys? Have you guys been getting into too much this week?
So let me jump in here. So I tried.
Try to open up a book and study.
I did not get into the studying, man. Like I looked at it a little bit and was like, I've already moved the date, right? So I got $50. It's that I had to pay for it. So I already moved my test date because it was supposed to be this past Thursday, I think, was my test date. I was like, nah, I definitely haven't been studying. I ain't just gonna go in there cold. But
Right.
yeah, didn't do that. I started to watch Unhinged, and then my daughter came in the room, so I couldn't like right from the beginning. I was like, okay, well, she can't see this, and
Right.
I haven't gotten back to it. Then I tried to watch Rick and Morty because I've never seen Rick and Morty, but I love
Oh.
Solar Opposites, right?
Yeah.
My daughter came into the room.
Came right back in. She's like, "What you watching, Daddy?"
Yeah, so it ended up going to what was she watching? Gabby's Dollhouse or something like that. I don't know. So, yeah, she's 3, so she
Right.
that's what ends up happening. So like eventually I will try again to finish Unhinged. It's yeah, it's unsettling, a little unsettling, right?
Yeah, so you saw the beginning, and it's just
Yeah.
it frames the movie right there. You're like,
Right.
oh,
It's like,
this is
this
what
is
they left out.
I probably saw a good 30 minutes.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he's already done one person in at the diner.
right.
At the
Like,
diner,
I got
yeah.
past that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was showing up. He calls her and asks her, like who's next. And then he
Right.
showed up where he wasn't supposed to be. I'm not trying to give the movie away or anything like that.
Right.
He showed up where he did not say he was going to go. And that's where I had to turn it off. So I imagine they're not long for this world either. So but
Right.
but yeah, that's pretty much it that I really got to watch. I didn't really watch too much else because like I said, when I back to full time, go to work, come home, the children are like, hey dad, what's going on, or
Yeah.
we'll sit out back while they play in the pool, you know what I mean? So not like
Oh, heavy.
don't get it twisted. It's like a kiddie pool, like an inflatable.
I was gonna say you got the
10 feet by like 4 feet. I live in Colorado. I ain't getting no pool.
no crazy pool. Yeah. You got no
Right,
Olympic size pool.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
laps
I might get 3 months out of that before it's no longer.
that as you were talking though, it reminded me though, as you mentioned Rick and Morty, I forgot that they had a new season come out and they had that season 5, episode 1.
It was pretty good.
It
So
was
that's
pretty. It was on
So that's
point.
what made me want to start the series because you guys saw the first one, our group that we go back and forth on. You guys are like, yeah, that was a great episode. This and the third.
Yeah.
Series. And again, it's the same people that did Solar Opposites, and I like
Right.
Solar Opposites, right?
Yeah.
The first episode, I'm not thrilled with the little bit I got through. I know this is the running theme, right? Like I'm not thrilled with everything that y'all suggested.
We're used to it. We're used to it now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like why does this old fogey not like anything, man? Because back in my day, I
Yeah.
walked 15 miles to school.
I would say give it some time though, because like it's how the seasons, like all the seasons overlap on each other. So like even season season 5 episode 1, there's a lot of callbacks to like I think it was season 2 something happened, and now there's some ramifications. He's like, oh okay,
Right.
So
Like
think-
I said,
I think if you play the long game, you'll like it.
I'm gonna give it a shot because, like I told you before, when I watched the first episode of Solar Opposites, I was like, I don't like this. But then the second one, it shot straight up, and then it was good
Okay.
from there. But yeah, I'm only. It might be 5 minutes into the first episode. Like it's to the point where Rick goes. They're in that alternate universe or whatever, and they start running from whatever that is, and
Oh, okay.
that's where I'm at. So like maybe 5 minutes in, and then like I said, my daughter came in, and it was Gabby's dollhouse or whatever. After that, so
I think
Right.
yeah. I think my favorite episode, Levon probably saw. My favorite episode is the Morty Town. I think that was season 2, maybe. Where's
Just
the
to remind.
is the
Yeah.
is the town where all the discarded Mortys are at?
Oh man, I gotta. Yeah,
They,
I gotta.
they have,
I gotta
they have the
circle back.
one. They have the one Rick who's a cop. Oh man, is by far. I'm like, you have to go back there one day. Like one day they need to revisit this episode.
Yeah.
It's it's so many different levels of just jacked upness.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just like this is terrible,
Right.
but
Like, wow.
hilarious at the same time.
Yeah.
But
They- Yeah, they do a good job about that. I mean, they have like, I don't know. It's a clever show. Like it's like some far out things, and obviously like Rick is like out there and he's always like burping and like he's like a drunk or whatever.
yeah,
But he's like, I think as the series goes on, he's a little bit more like focused. I think like Shane was saying, maybe in the beginning, the first couple episodes is probably kind of off putting. He's like, what the hell is this character all about? Like he's very like, just kind of brash and just like kind of unhinged. But I got to circle back and go back to season 2 and see that episode because I can't remember all the kind of earlier seasons right now. But I did circle back because the wife and I actually watched. I think we watched season 5 episode 1 together. And I was like, I just went back to season 4 and I was looking on Hulu and seeing some other things. And I played a one episode where they were actually going into like a fake vat of acid and like the gangs. It's like,
yeah.
That episode like cracked me up, and they had the fake bones that they bring out the bottom of the thing. Like, it just cracked me up. And I was telling the wife that I really liked the episode, but we were both cracking up together watching it. But
Yeah, it's a good, pretty good show.
yeah.
But so what did I watch? I marathon Black Summer season 2 because I didn't go back, so it was very jarring watching the first couple episodes. So I was like, who are these people?
Right.
Why do I
Right.
care?
Right.
So I should have watched it again, but I just plowed through it. I didn't like it as much as season 1. I think that they did a lot of more character development this season, but then they killed off the characters they developed. It's like, here is all his backstory. Here is why you like him. I'm like, okay, cool. And then now he's dead.
It's like so long.
Oh, man, you gave the old boy a whole episode, and then you murdered him. So
it's the Game of Thrones play, right?
Right.
That's what it is.
Right. They're trying to add that shock factor.
Yeah, overall, I did like it though. It just I think the first, what I mean, like the newness wore off of it because and then having that I don't know how it was a 2-year gap. Like how long?
Yeah,
how long was between
2 years,
seasons?
like 2019 was the.
That's a long time to gap a show, but I liked it. And I now that I think about it, it's probably COVID stuff as well. That's why they didn't have as many people maybe in each scene. That's why it was more intimate because of COVID restrictions probably.
Right.
But I thought it was good. And then I started deep diving into Star Trek Discovery season 2. Excellent show. It's just a different take on Star Trek. So I really like it. And then the lead character is Sasha from The Walking Dead. I can't remember her name. I'm terrible with real people names. But when she died on The Walking Dead, it's because she pivoted to Star Trek. And she is the lead character, but she's not the captain, which is different as well. So like usually these, like when you look at Star Trek, usually it's focusing on that team, right? It's that dynamic, people on the bridge, and then you might have some side characters and what have you. More of the focus is on her, but she's not the captain. And then as you watch the show, you find out like she's like, she is a commander, and like she's like chief science officer over like different species, like she studies species and whatnot. she's a main character in Star Trek lore's sister, not biologically, like she's like his adopted sister. So there's like that crazy dynamic there as well. But it's good. I like it. So totally different. Very inclusive show. Like not only do they have a lot of people of color, but they have people of different orientations and things of that nature as well. So like it's good for everybody to watch. You have like prominent characters who are in several different communities. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm just getting through it. Like I think I'm halfway through season 2, and I think they're on season 3 wrapped up. But it's one of those shows that's on CBS All Access. I'm not paying for another channel. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
But here it's on Netflix. So I'm like, cool. I'm watch it while I can. So I'm getting through that. I didn't play any games. I did buy a game. I bought Mario 3D All Stars, I think is what it's called. It has like the N64, so Mario 64, Mario Odyssey, and Mario Sunshine.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's Sunshine.
But I bought it because I think it's going to become a collector's item because they only sold them until March 30th for Mario's 35th anniversary. And then they pulled them from the shelves and they pulled them off the digital what's it called?
Library
Marketplace.
Store. Yeah.
And people were saying, well, it's the drum of scarcity, it'll come back out. And so far they have not come back out. So there's a copy here at the store. It's been there for months, just one single copy. And every time I see it, I'm like, I should pick that up because it might be worth a couple more bucks in the future. And I kept playing a game of chicken with it. Like, okay, next time I see it, I'm going to get it. And this went on for like 3 months. And then I think it was Father's Day I went in there and it was just sitting there. So I was like, all right, I'll take it. So I paid 60 and I've seen it going for 75 so far. So it's already starting to tick up.
Oh, damn. You made an investment right there for the
future.
You better hope Elon Musk doesn't say anything about it.
Right. It's like sell.
Crash. But yeah, so
sell,
I just
Mortimer, sell. Turn those machines back on. Get back in here.
Get back in there. I bet you $1 I can make him a rich man. That's such a good movie though. The freaking Trading Places. Yeah.
I need to watch it.
I've told people in some personal conversations, I told people that's like, that's kind of true to life, just as far as like the dynamics of like, no, I mean, not the funny part, but like the fact that like Eddie Murphy is like, comes from this mean air, from the mean streets, and like he's living this kind of like, kind of slum lifestyle, I suppose. Like, and you compare it to Dan Aykroyd, he was born into money and he's like all rich and successful, but then you swap places and all of a sudden you see this guy from the slums become successful, and then the guy that was like had everything kind of handed to him, he's like down on his luck, he's like stealing, robbing people for money and all this kind of stuff. So kind of like, people like kind of get into perspective of like, somebody came from the streets, like, they don't know anything, or they're like a lost cause or whatever. Like if you gave that person some opportunity, they can make something for themselves too.
Yeah.
He had them figured out quick, right? He's like, oh, yeah, just a couple of bookies. That's what he said.
Yeah.
A couple of bookies. You know what I mean? Yeah. He had it figured out. He knew the deal. Y'all are just richer con artists than I am. That's what it came down
to.
Right.
That's true.
I need to watch that again. It's been years since I've seen it.
It's like one of
you just go on Comedy Central all the time.
Yeah.
Minus the Jamie Lee Curtis parts, but I imagine they should.
Right.
That's right. I should edit that out.
I need to watch that.
That's when all of a sudden like it gets closed up like right here on the scene, like it gets real
crop all
right. They crop it. What about like the bad like dubbing when they like, I'm gonna freak you up, you freaker. Sounds like a whole nother person's talking all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. That was I think the funniest ones of those are Baby Boy on BET. Like, terrible dub. You're like, yo, why'd you even try? You should just bleep it out.
Yeah, just bleep it out. Just like, yeah.
Just bleep it out. But I think that's all I did this week. and then just work. I've been working. I'm about to go on vacation, so I got a bunch of stuff to knock out, including today. So
Oh, nice.
do more work during the weekend, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
But
ever get a hold of I don't know, you were trying to get Xbox Series X and then somebody screwed you over and then like the whole I don't know if I can't remember if you said you were gonna like talk to somebody about it or not, but with the
yeah, they never responded. So I
yeah,
one day I'll get a hold of one, but I don't
yeah,
know how I'm going to apply my already credit towards it. That's the weird
right.
part. So I don't know. Like maybe I'll actually go inside of a store when I get to the States and ask the question. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you have this. Like, how do I? Because I have like a account number and everything. Like, how do I use this account to buy that? Because
Right.
I'm assuming while I'm gone, at some point I'm going to run into one in real life. Like, there'll be a Series X sit on the shelf.
Right.
But hey, I would like that. Like,
It's like,
how do I get that using
how do I
this?
think? Yeah, right.
How do I
Hello,
obtain
Hello, Mr. Buy. I would like to purchase your wares.
So I'm gonna figure it out. Oh, but that goes into so integrate. So you're actually using your PS5. Congratulations. Um,
Yep, I turned it on.
I'm going to because I actually have the physical copy. I got it for my birthday. I think my wife bought me Final Fantasy VII for my birthday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the physical copy home. I'm going to pop it into the PS5, and I plan on also partaking in the integrate
Yeah.
side mission or whatever. So that is a go when I get home. So
Yeah. Yeah. And I came to find out, I don't know if you knew this already, but you have to, it's a $20 for the actual like side story. Like
I thought it was
the,
free.
I thought it was free too, but then come to find out it's not free. It's like,
Oh, so
it's 20
the
bucks for the
upgrade is
story, but
free.
yeah, the upgrade is free. Like you can get to the,
Got you.
but
I
yeah,
give him
it's
20
like,
bucks. That's fine.
yeah, yeah. I guess it might be worth $20. I think people gave good reviews, but
Well, wait a minute. So hold up. You say it's for the $20, right? But did you pay 70 for it, like the other next gen games?
I
So I
paid.
paid 60 because it was last gen is what I have. So I paid 60 back when the
Okay.
game come out last year, last spring. I want to say is when 7 dropped.
I thought the re-release was for the next gen stuff. Is that wrong? Is that
It
why?
is. So
Okay.
if you were to buy it now, I think it's 70 bucks and it includes integrate, or do you still have to buy it separately?
Man, let me pull up the guide to it because
Next,
actually I had to
yeah,
go to a website because at first I was expecting the same thing. I got on there, it's like, okay, how do I play the mission? How to download the mission? Uh, and then I was like, there's no way to do it, and because you go in, you log in, or you boot up your game, and it has like a little icon like, click here, buy now, buy the Yuffie side story because you already have like the I guess the integrate. It's like the enhanced version of the PS4 game. But then if you want to get like the actual extra like story, you have to pay for it like separately. Then I
mhm,
actually went to the web and which I'm trying to find real quick right now to make sure that I tell you the right information. But they actually kind of describe this is how you get the game, and this is what's included with the integrate. If
gotcha.
you have the disc version or if you have the downloaded the digital version, you have to upgrade a certain certain way. Um,
Yeah,
but
that's gonna be fun. Yeah, this cross generational stuff is crazy.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
overly complicated for no reason, but
yeah,
it should be over by next year, right? Next year they'll start coming out with. I hope they'll start coming out with games that just work on just the next gen systems. But
right.
there's
But they
a
got so many.
lot of money to
Yeah,
be had there, though.
right.
So
Right. Until the old systems start dying off, then
right,
they're like kind of phase them out. But right now, there's way more PS4 and Xbox One X users compared to like Series S and X and PS5. So
yeah,
they're gonna keep making titles for those games until there's like the opposite, to the balance is shifted in the opposite direction.
yeah. I was thinking about it the other day. I'm sure it's not a original thought anymore, but um, when it comes to scalpers, so people scalp the systems. They're hoarding them in garages and spirit bedrooms. They're not buying games. So I think that's going to have an impact for a couple more years now because how do system sellers make their money back on their systems by attachment rate? So you're going to buy a system and buy several games, and then they make money off the back of those games. But if your main customer was a scalper who has X amount of systems, they're not buying any games. So there's going to be a deficit. And I think that will cause them to sell games cross-gen for some time, because they have to make their money. So I can't just release it just on the PS5 because there's 50 million in the wild. Half of those are in scalper basements. So they're not buying games. So I think that's going to be a problem.
Do you think people are buying the games and accessories in anticipation of getting one though?
No.
Yeah, like
you do that on launch day. That's a GameStop play. Like they're like, oh, we just ran out of systems, but you can still get all these accessories and stuff. Like they try to get you to still buy stuff because you already not wasted your time, but you're already in the store. But between COVID and just not having systems on hand, people aren't buying anything unless they have it. Like, because I was tempted to buy a controller because I was like, well, maybe the controllers will sell out. They never did. I still walk in the stores and see controllers all over the place. So I think it will hurt in the short run. Like at some point, scalpers have to get these things out of their basements because they got to make money, right? Or at least break even. So I think that the market will start to get systems, both from manufacturer and through scalpers coming down for the prices, and then people will start buying games and accessories.
So here's the thing, though. They're 7 months past the release date. Like, why are they still holding on to them at this point? Like now, strike while the iron is hot to make the money now.
Well, you gotta get somebody to buy it, right? So, like, if people are like me, I'm not going to buy a scalped system. Not going to happen. Just not because not because I don't want it. I do want it, but I know at some point I will just be able to buy it in the store. It's going to happen, and which it did. But people are going to start getting desperate again come holiday time. Like I can see them start to push more scalped systems come Christmas. They're like, "Oh, you still can't get one?" Prices went up.
Right,
$1,000 for this PS5.
Yeah.
But at some point, there's going to be a tipping point where people will just be like, I'm not buying that regardless. And they're going to have to come up off of it. So eBay will have like maybe a $25 markup, $50 markup, not a $250 markup. So still won't be me though. I'm cheaper than I am excited for these consoles.
That's the truth.
I'll buy you when I see you in the store.
Yeah. I don't know if I know Shannon's probably not really that interested in it, but right now they have at Costco you can actually get an Xbox Series S. They have those in stock for $290.
Oh, nice.
So it's like I actually looked on there the other day. I was like, huh, and then it's still sitting there. I guess they're like, I don't know if they're advertising as much. People not as many people have Costco memberships, and then depending on if they know that it's in stock to actually to purchase.
I do check every so often, and they never have the X's. I'm big. Go big or go home.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling.
You know what I mean?
Give me the X.
I've not seen one of those in the wild yet. I've actually not seen one in real life. Like even the people I know who have next gen, they all have Series S's, to include myself. So I've seen the Series S a lot. I've even seen it on like I walked in the store the other day and there's like 5. I have not seen not one X in real life.
Yeah, that's just like it's a kind of like a what's the term? It's like it kind of flies underneath the radar, but it's actually a really good console. I mean, even though it's a kind of downgraded graphics and it's not as powerful as the X, but I watched like a lot of reviews and people talk about it. They actually really impressed by it. I mean, because it pretty much just cuts down the resolution. It's like you might get like a 1080 game or like 1440 compared to like a 4K version, which certain times you probably won't even notice the difference depending on what kind of monitor screen you're using. But besides that, it's actually it runs games just like the Series X. Has like the same access to all the latest and greatest games that are coming out. And
So when you watch these reviews, are you streaming these on your 85-inch TV while you're smoking your cigar that you lit with your $100 bill, Levon? As you have both of them, and you just recently cracked the seal on one. Be like, I guess I better take it out of the box. Right?
I guess I better turn it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to stay on top of the, I see what's out there. See what's see what the regular the commoners are using out in the regular
Right,
world.
right.
You know,
Peasants.
the peasants. See what the peasants are doing. How are you doing? Give you some. I don't know. Give you some of my leavings or something. Whatever.
Right.
You know what's crazy is I don't know if you guys ever watched Key and Peele. Did you
Oh
ever see
yeah.
the one? Did you ever see the one where what's Will Smith's son's name? Jaden Smith was talking to his agent, and he just couldn't relate to anything that was
I
just
think I did see that
people
one.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
can't remember.
he was like, yeah. So he goes to the grocery store. He's like, wait, grocery store?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, where
That's
the
right.
he's like, oh, you mean where the butlers go? Like
That's right.
that's LeBron. He's like, got it.
Grocery store. Oh, you mean where the butlers go?
Yeah, 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 man.
That's hilarious. Man, Key and Peele, they got some good shows too. Like nice skits, man. They I don't know. I think they get kind of underrated too, because I think even people compare them their show to like Dave Chappelle's show, but
Yeah.
they have their own they have their own flair. They have their own like jokes.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah,
I
my
don't know.
favorite was
Yeah.
the it was between the racist zombies and the racist aliens. Like they had the racist zombie ones where the zombies wouldn't attack them.
Yeah.
They just kept walking by him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had the one little zombie girl was gonna go bite him, and then the zombie mom put her back. Was like, no. She was like, really? And then there was the racist alien one where they kept asking
Yeah.
questions. He was like, would you let me date your daughter? He was like, absolutely. Pow. Like, how'd you know? he was like, he would never let me date his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, they had so many hilarious ones, man.
there was the one human though. That's what was funny about that. It was the one guy that was
Oh, yeah, yeah. He was like, go get my car. Pow. He's like, how'd you know? He was like, because.
yeah.
It was pretty
Oh,
good.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good show.
Damn, it's a good show. It's like, is that show like still on, or is like,
No.
it's not
They
like
did-
it's not on,
they-
right?
They did 5 seasons and then they kind of like they were going on to the bigger and better things. So like they ended the show before he did Get Out, before Jordan did Get Out.
Mhm.
Even Keegan Michael Key was doing different shows and whatnot. Like he's got Netflix shows that he did. He did was it Friends from College or something?
Yeah, that one went into hiatus too. Like that one's gone for.
Is it any good? Have you seen it?
I liked it.
I haven't watched it yet. It's in my list.
It was him and Kobe Smulders. Is that how you say her name?
Yeah, yeah.
From the Avengers. It was,
Yeah.
yeah, it was him and her as the leads. It was actually really good.
Yeah.
I think it had a second season. I don't remember though. I think it only had one season. I can't remember because Netflix, man, they would just be like, this show will be back when we feel like it. So
Right.
but I think it had 2 seasons. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It's kind of dry humor because both of them are like dry comics.
Right.
But it was definitely pretty good. It has it has some there's a couple outrageous scenes where just ramifications. Like we did something, we hid it for this long a period of time, and here's the fallout. And one of the episodes, you're just like, oh, that's terrible.
It's like, what happened here?
Yeah.
But yeah, their show only did 5 seasons, I think it was, and then they didn't like separate really, you know what I mean? But it was like, hey, let's go do other things.
Yeah.
My favorite one of the series though was, and I don't know why, it just makes me laugh, was the one where the dude that looks like Eazy-E did the I Killed Darnell.
Oh, and he keep rapping about how he did it.
Yeah, he was like, this dude's like, we got you on tape admitting to it, like on the tape. He was like,
Right.
you're posing in front of Darnell Simmons' dead body. Like he's like, I killed Darnell at 9 p.m. on November 9th. Yeah, it's wild.
Oh
pretty
man.
good.
Yeah. I think what throws me off too is because like I go on YouTube and they have like a channel, on YouTube, and sometimes I see like new posts and I'm thinking like, is this like a new video? But it's like I think they just kind of recap some of their old skits. They have like, they have like hundreds of videos on here. It seems like just little skits, little segments. So
I think the thing with them too though was they only did it would be like 10 episodes per season or
Yeah.
something like that. You know what I mean? So you didn't get a lot of episodes per season. You only got 50 shows maybe or whatever it was. So um yeah, that
I kind of wonder if like some of these are like, I don't know, like never before seen or like behind it, some like extra skits that they never released on the show or something. Because it's like, I don't know. I go on here sometimes and I see some stuff like, I don't remember this skit. Like, where this one come from? But um, it could have just been that long ago.
it's
Yeah,
been
people-
it's been at least 5 years, I want to say that they've been
Yeah,
on here.
yeah, it's been a minute.
Maybe 4 years or so. But
I see the one here with the tackle and grapple guy. That was, I don't know. That one was maybe crack up. He's like, he acting like he was I don't know, he's like a judo guy or a jujitsu guy, and
with the
he's like
ladies, with
a
all the
studio full of ladies, but the one guy, he's like tackle and grapple, like he grab a girl, so and put him down, and then the guy he's just like tackle and grapple, and like he barely like touch his shoulder, like get down.
he had them all. He had them all piled up.
He had all the girls like piled up on him, like
Yeah.
tackle and grapple.
Tackle and grapple. Yeah, I do remember
Oh,
that. Yeah,
yeah, it's hilarious.
it was a good
Yeah.
series.
So anybody get outside though this week? We are
I know,
all
right?
shut-ins.
I walked the dog a little bit. I did go to, actually went to a pub like that's 2 days ago. Maybe not
Okay.
last. It was actually yesterday. All these days come together, but I went to a pub, hung out with some work friends, or my wife's work friends, and I drank water and some. I got some. Actually, had a really good Philly cheesesteak, and the wife got like a some sort of like I want to say like a fried fish and fish and chip type dish, which was really good too. I had a little nibble of that, but it was a pretty good spot to hang out. It's actually kind of different from being in COVID. With COVID going on, things are starting to open up over here in California. They kind of removed the restrictions a couple weeks ago, and so these restaurants have been opening up and people sitting out, kind of congregating. And um, as far as I know, everybody that was there was vaccinated, especially the military. Kind of like they almost like mandated you might as well you pretty much have to get vaccinated, whether you want to or not. But
That may
even
be
though
the
it's
case
like,
out, that may be the case out in California, but that ain't everywhere, man. I tell
yeah,
you,
no, yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of masked people in uniform, and again, that's their prerogative. They do what they want to do, but like here, it just seems like a lot of them are like, nah, I'm not trusting it. I'm like, I mean, more
right,
power to you, make your own decision, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's only while it's experimental, right? Like as soon as they flip the switch,
yeah. As soon as they approve it
and
officially.
then you got to get it. Like for me, it's travel. Like so, I'm trying to go
Yeah.
home, right? So, like immediately it was like you got to get tested anyway, regardless if you got vaccinated or not. You have to have your card on you. You got to still wear a mask on the plane. Certain countries won't accept you without certain tests. So it's just it's a little bit easier, like still crazy restrictions, but a little bit easier because you got the card. So you're like, nope.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that too.
I'm good. You still got to get tested though before you get on the plane. So
yeah, especially with traveling and trying to get around and like you said, going overseas, it's like you have to pretty much. I mean, in the military, if you're trying to get like stationed someplace else out, outside the United States or any place, in general, they're probably gonna be like, hey, we want to make sure you get vaccinated before we send you to Korea or wherever, or like,
And you don't have like the quarantine restrictions go down too because you're already good.
You're vaccinated. So
but there's pros and cons of that. Like obviously now you got to start working as soon as you get back. But you used to get a little bit of vacation. From vacation.
Right. No downtime.
Yeah. But now I was trying to be safe. Like my whole family, except for the youngest, is vaccinated now. So
nice.
As soon as they flip the switch, they let kids get it too.
They talking about late fall. We'll see.
Yeah, just in time for school, which is good.
Yeah.
If people decide to go that route, I know some people are like sensitive to it and whatnot. Like they don't want it, but that's fine. As long as we hit a certain threshold, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Then we'll hit that threshold, but then what'll happen is what's starting to happen now is that I was looking at an article yesterday, I want to say it was, and it was like almost everybody that's catching it now is somebody that's unvaccinated, and I'm just like, man, how is that not
Yeah.
scary? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But these
Right.
communities and these different areas where people are just like, nah, I ain't gonna do it because for whatever reason, right? There's a microchip, or whatever,
Right. Right.
or they're not sure, even though there's a bunch of data out there on it. Like you're only doing harm to yourselves at this point. You know what I mean? And this
Yeah.
new Delta variant that's out there
Yep.
is crazy, man. That thing is nothing to play with. You know what I mean? I might start putting my mask back on. You know what I mean? But
Right.
hey, I don't
Yeah,
want none
yeah.
of that. Like
I know.
but even with that, they say even if you're vaccinated, like it's less likely, like the percentages go down for the effectiveness with the Delta variant, but like it's less
Mhm.
likely to still get seriously sick or hospitalized from it. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not a guarantee. It's not 100% guarantee.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
Yeah. I
All
have
right.
to echo that. That's for sure. That's like I was gonna say the same thing, that Delta variant's been popping up, and just like you said, I know the statistics are showing it. Um, and I can never remember all the statistics off the top of my head, even though I look them up all the time. But like like you said, people that are not vaccinated are definitely the ones that are getting or end up in the hospital now. You're not really seeing barely minimal like vaccinated people actually getting the virus. So it's just smart to just knock it out and just get the vaccine. Don't make it a big ordeal.
even when they
So
pop positive though, they're asymptomatic and they're not having any real
right.
symptoms from it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Or
Right.
they get something that lasts for like a day or two, maybe. It's like
Hmm.
the
Right.
people that got those after effects from the second shot. You know what I mean? Like I didn't
Right.
have
Right.
anything, so I could have got a
Yeah.
placebo. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
That's
would
right.
be
That's right.
surprised, but I had no after effects after my second one. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're saying even the people that are vaccinated, like yeah, you could still catch it, but like you're not gonna get sick from it or whatever.
Right. Right.
So
That's true.
you're seriously sick. I'll say that seriously sick.
Right. Right.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But,
But yeah, people just gotta be safe. Yeah. Be smart. Look out for your fellow man and woman. Don't be all selfish. That's all I gotta
Right.
say about that.
that ain't us. You see what happened when they turned the gas line off,
I
right?
know, right?
Colonial went down. You saw what happened then.
Right. Let me
Nobody's
fill
thinking
my
about nobody
bathtub
else.
up with some
Yeah.
gasoline.
Now your skin is burning every time you get in your shower. Your feet are
I
burning.
know, right? Like, damn, save something for other people. Damn, you ain't got no places to go that bad. Like, I got to stock
No,
up for
man.
the winter.
Mhm. Like, it's about to. I don't even get the mindset. Still, it's crazy. Let's put gas in trash bags.
Right.
Like people, wow.
That's why I like watching like the zombie or like dystopian like future or like series, because it kind of you see people, and people are actually like that, I think, in real life, but we haven't gotten to that point where it's like a zombie or like a big chaos where we have to like survive off the land and all this kind of things. But people are just like, people go crazy when they think like, their life's on the line or something, the
Right.
lifestyle, even if the way of life is on the line, like oh man, my car might run out of gas, something like that. I better stock up for the winter. I better make sure nobody else has access to, if I drain this and nobody has access to gas, and it's fine with me. As long as I have the gas, I'm cool.
Right.
But
That's why I
so
can't
funny.
watch it. It's too real.
Yeah, it's too real. It's like you see people are like, damn, that's
That's
the truth.
that's why Boondocks sometimes is too hard to watch
Yeah,
for me.
that's right. Like,
Oh my God. Yikes.
oh my God, yeah, yeah. And I was just watching the Black Summer. That's just like it too. You see people going crazy, like, oh man, like fighting for the food, like or some supply
Yeah.
drop, and they're trying to fight for it, and I don't know, kill you for the smallest thing just to try to do whatever, try to survive or whatever.
They got a new movie. I mean, I'm not gonna watch it because I haven't watched any of them. But there's like a Forever Purge movie or something like that coming out now too. Have you guys seen this?
I haven't
Mm-mm.
heard of that one. Forever Purge.
Yeah, it's the Forever Purge or something like that. So in the Purge, apparently you stop at
Right.
that certain time or whatever.
24
So
hours or
like
something.
with the alarm or something is going off or whatever, and nobody stops. They just keep going. They're like, it's the Forever Purge, and I'm like,
They're just
man,
switching it up.
yeah,
It's like, what's the point? Why just make it just like
Mm.
Have you watched any of them?
I haven't watched any of them. No.
Oh, okay. Because there's like a B-side story that kind of explains why it's happening, like why the purchase is acceptable, uh, uh, and how it's built into the culture and whatnot. So the movies are kind of dumb, but they do kind of like, this is why this is happening. Like it's not just random.
So they
It's,
have a utopia, right? So like I think I've read up on it and I was like, nah, I don't want to see that. They have like a utopia for the other 364 days and 12 hours or whatever it is, right?
no, they don't though. Yeah, this is regular life, and then on this day you get to satisfy your urges. Um, which makes them, yeah, yeah. So it's not exactly utopic. Like there's still poor people, there's still rich people, and it's not really for the poor people. You know what I mean? Like it's to cull them, it's to get rid of these people who are holding us back basically. But it makes them think that they have a chance to exact their revenge as well, and they really don't, because they're outgunned and outmanned. So they kind of break it down like it's a classism type situation that's happening. But yeah, so there's
that's pretty much exactly how it would go down too. I mean, only thing I could say is that this is probably more like more less fortunate people compared to like the fortunate. They might outnumber them, but generally speaking, like these rich, the upper class is going to have all access to the latest and greatest weaponry and security personnel that have like guards and have like an army of people with guns that are like paid to like protect them.
Yeah, and if people aren't purging, then they send in strike teams to under the guise that they're purging. Like, oh look, people are purging. You should be out there too. It's like now it's like contractors out here just killing people.
Right.
So it's like got different levels to it, but
it's kind of.
I think I've seen them.
Sad when you think about it. Yeah, I think I've seen them all too. Yeah.
Yeah, because the one with the black lead was filmed in Buffalo. So if you watch it, it's filmed in I think it's the Perry Projects is part where it's filmed. But if you like, there's a scene where they pull back and you can see our city hall in the background, but they saying they're in a different city, but obviously it's Buffalo. So I was like, all right.
Like, okay, I recognize that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I thought that was pretty cool.
They had a Purge series on I think Hulu, but I haven't watched it.
I'm that it's a bit much. Like I only need one movie.
Yeah, one movie.
Just give it to me.
yeah, it's like I don't need like a series. That's why I kind of stayed away from it. I was like, series on it. I'm not sure how they're gonna spin that to make it like a long like.
Right.
This is like the first
is it like every hour?
Yeah, every hour of the like Purge. Like
it's like 24, right?
Yeah, like 24, right? Yeah. Yeah, they might do something like that, but I haven't read any reviews on it or looked it up too much. So,
right.
I think it's called Forever Purge is the new one because the guy says the line in the trailer. This is the Forever Purge, but it could be called something else.
It's so corny. We're purging forever.
Yeah. Well, there's the Forever Purge that came out in 2020. Is that the one you're talking about, or did it come out more recently?
I'm seeing the trailers like it's about to come out in theaters. Maybe it did.
Wait a minute.
Already.
It's probably COVID pushed it back because they can't even never come out. I can't tell. Did it come out? I don't think it came out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think COVID pushed it. I saw a trailer and everything. It was like about to come out, and then it just never came out. And I just saw a trailer the other day. I was like, so it never came out?
Yeah, I haven't heard about that one either. Yeah, Candyman.
Yeah, the remake, or it's not even a remake. It's it's like a remake sequel or something like that.
I haven't even been following that one. I didn't realize they were making a new.
It looked good. Like the trailer looked good. It's I forget the name of the director who's doing it. Man, what's her name? It'll come back to me though. I always say that and it never comes back to me. This is all these hanging threads and all these episodes.
Right.
It'll come back to me. Let's just never talk about it again. But it looks pretty interesting. I know Black Widow will be out when I'm home, so I may venture out, but I will probably watch it on Disney Plus.
$30, man. $30.
Yeah, $30 if you want.
It's gonna cost me $100 to take the family to the movies.
That's true.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was kind of saying before too. As long as you can, equate it to like the cost of a ticket for a bunch of kids and popcorn or whatever. Yeah, I can see the value in that. But if it's just like you by yourself or you and like your loved one, it's kind of like $30.
Right.
I'm not sure this is worth it. Or if you have like a bunch of people, you pay pay a surcharge when they come to the front door. Like, hey, you got to pay $5 to walk in here and watch this with
Right.
watch it with the family.
You have a watch party, right?
Watch party. Yeah.
Yeah.
$5 entry fee.
Man, you should look into. I know I mentioned it before. Look into see if they have like a day down there in Florida where you at. See if they have a day where the movies are only $5 all day or whatever. Like for us here, it's Tuesday, or it used to be for COVID, but it was like or $5.75 was what it was for a ticket all day, because you got your matinee prices and then your what do you call it? Your whatever the other time is. They separate the times, matinee and whatever it is. But
okay.
yeah.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'll check it out. Like, because they want people to come back. So
yeah,
maybe. I don't know. Movie theaters were nasty before COVID though. So I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like the nicest theaters were the ones where you dine in. Like back when I was in Virginia, they have one here or two. I know one is at Universal, at the University Mall. Like if you go there, they have dine-in seats. But again, I don't know if I want to be around a lot of people.
Yeah,
like being packed in like that. So
yeah, for sure.
So we'll see. The Fast Furious 9 came out here, so people are going to see that. Like I didn't see Fast Furious since like 4 or 5. So
I tried, man. Like I watched 8, or was it Fate of the Furious, and then I was starting to watch 7, and I was just like, yeah, I lost interest that quick. Like I don't know, it's for me.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it. It looked like it. I watched the trailer and it looked like the same scene from a previous one, like a car like flying off the edge of a cliff, like on a cable. And I was like, what?
Right.
Didn't they do this one already? I think they're kind of running out of ideas as far as how to make these cars do something crazy. While
They got to go into space. They just
yeah,
gotta
they put them things in space. With some,
got to go to
some
space.
jet boosters on the back end of it, and some lasers that shoot out.
Didn't they in this one? Wasn't that? I thought I saw an article. I saw a line somewhere where I thought it said they went to space. Like
They might have.
barely
I haven't watched it yet.
or something. Like, yeah,
No
I gotta
spoilers.
find
No
this
spoilers.
now. No, I didn't even read the article though. Like it said, oh man, I'm trying to remember what it said. And I kind of chuckled to myself and kept it moving.
Yeah.
Could the F9 family really take a car to space?
Mm.
So it seems like it happened.
Oh,
Outer space bound F9 may want to check this engine light. That's what it says. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, damn. So I watch those movies like like when they're on something like free, or like I watch them like on an airplane. I think a couple times.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna. I can't think of the last time I seen like a Fast and Furious in the theaters, but like opening month or week or whatever. But
I don't think I've seen any of them in the theaters. Like I saw the first one.
The first one. I remember seeing the first one. It was tech school, and I did not have a car, so I was waiting for the bus to take me back on base. And every single car that pulled out of the theater parking lot chirped tires. I was like, you were all idiots. You were all dumb. I think I was 19 then when that movie came out, because I was in test school. I was 19. So it was either 18, 19 years old. I was like, these people are dumb.
Oh, damn.
So, but they're still making those movies.
Yeah, they must be making money.
Yeah.
But I think that brings us to the natural conclusion. The movie shut our conversation down.
Made us,
it's exhausting.
It ruined our moment, our mood.
The movie's exhausting. But thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Levon. It's always a good conversation. If you're tuning in on this episode, please go back and watch the this week's shows. We have discussion about VMware vulnerability that was pretty critical. That was just patched. We also talk about the Department of Energy asking for an increase in funding due to cybersecurity, hiring, talent management, just security in general. Then we discuss if crime pays in relation to quote unquote pen tester. who was working for the wrong side, who received a hefty fine and multiple years in prison. And then, of course, if you listen to this episode, we discuss everything but cybersecurity. So go back and listen to those other ones as well. And then there should be Ask Assist P if people ask me questions. So remember, you can send your questions to me. Hit us up on our socials through www.theothersideofthefirewall.com, which will lead you to all of our social media, as well as you can hit us up personally. I'm at RyRy Security Guy. That's RYRY Security Guy. I am on LinkedIn, Clubhouse, Twitter, and IG. And Levon?
Hit me up on the Twitters at Levon Maynard.
There it is. So stay safe, stay secure.
Take care.